Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid and the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk of the town, and the buses have been packed, double-decker buses lining up outside. Coaches have carried thousands of away supporters here too, and all of it adds up to make a terrific, a crackling atmosphere. The match, I think, will be quite a spectacle. This place, simply a monument to the game. So much prestige, so much pride, so much passion whenever football is played here. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
And as you can see, we've already started here. Granit Xhaka. Socrates goes looking. Partey. David Luiz. Mustafi. Hector Bellerin tries to get it forward quickly. Thiago. And here's Roberto Firmino. Foot in. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Going for goal! Hector Bellerin gets good distance on it. Oxlade-Chamberlain, good idea, just poorly executed. Tierney. Could be a chance. Mohamed Salah! Jota. Looking for a decent ball in. Mustafi attempts a clearance. Willian with the clearance. Oh, sweet feet. And here's Mohamed Salah. Jordan Henderson. Liverpool are very much the team that started on the front foot.
Yeah, it's a good start, Pete.
Shota! He's got away with one there.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. David Luiz. And it's Aubameyang.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what are they trying to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
Mohamed Salah. Robertson. Still goalless. Robertson. Up towards the front line. And the defence can get it clear. Alexander-Arnold. Aubameyang. Willian tries to stroke it through. Looks to play him in, but a minor communications breakdown. Van Dijk. Across the field it goes. Has he found his man? Partey with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Mohamed Salah decides to play it back. It's Jordan Henderson! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Do I really need to tell you, Peter, that he has to do better, especially from there?
Jordan Henderson. Thiago. And it's Firmino. Mohamed Salah. And it's played forward. And here's Roberto Firmino. And shoots! There it is! Lovely goal. Perfect poise to set himself to the strike. Liverpool draw first blood here.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
For Pastathopoulos. And it's hoisted clear. Over to the left. Partey. And here's Aubameyang. Aubameyang is flagged offside. Hoists it forward. Alexander-Arnold. Hardly anything between the sides. And the score is 1-0. He's gone for it! They've scored! And they're at it again in double quick time.
What a great finish, but how about the touch? It just allowed him to put the ball exactly where he wanted it, and the rest became a formality.
Liverpool get themselves a 2-goal cushion.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Partey. Forward it goes. Well played, he saw that coming. Van Dijk plays it forward. Robertson. Robertson switches it towards the other side. And here's Mohamed Salah. Henderson. And here's Roberto Firmino. Firmino! Decent enough try.
Firmino certainly could have and should have made more of that.
Granit Xhaka. Liverpool have scored 2 quick goals here and are well and truly in the driving seat. He's looked long this time. Oh, managed to get it away. And it's Lacazette. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Aimed in towards the centre. He hits it! It's broken loose! Partey. Aubameyang. That's gone a long way up and away. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. Partey. Aubameyang spreads it towards the left. Granit Xhaka. Aubameyang. And here's Aubameyang. Partey. Xhaka. And that's sprayed out wide. Granit Xhaka. Hector Bellerin. Oh, well played. He's taken that real chance! Hoists it forward. Willian. Lacazette. Alisson catches it safely. And that'll be the last act of the first half. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Liverpool are 2 up and everything is shaping nicely. The only criticism, it could have been 3.
Liverpool go in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion. The second half gets underway. Willian looks to dink one in. And that'll go straight through to the keeper. Robertson. Thiago. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Van Dijk tries to get it forward quickly. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Well positioned to make that interception. And it's played forward. Hector Bellerin. Arsenal can't make any sort of inroad despite all this possession. And once more they can't get through. Jota. And here's Henderson. Gets wrestled off the ball. Aubameyang. Breaks on here. Van Dijk gets into the right position to intercept. Thiago. Jota. Mohamed Salah, a scorer already in the game. It's Salah! It's got him rattled. Tierney. Partey. Ball is over the line. And here's Roberto Firmino. He's come loose. Robertson was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
This defence just doesn't trust itself to play a higher line.
Frighten the people getting in behind.
Yeah, absolutely. It just opens up the opportunity of not only strikers getting behind, but the runners from midfield too.
Willian proving impossible to wrestle off the ball. Could be thinking, Willian! That has certainly tested the keeper.
Willian is very sporting here to acknowledge the quality of the save. A lovely little footballing moment.
Xhaka plays it short. Time to deliver. Tierney. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Well, he certainly caught him there, it's a free kick. Willian!
Liverpool really are almost trying to pass the ball through a brick wall at the moment. You can see the sense of anxiety has now shifted to the stands.
Now it's Roberto Firmino. Firmino cleans it out wide. And it's Henderson. Aubameyang with good energy in defence as well.
You have to admire commitment like that, because he could easily ignore that and just kind of walk around and let others do all the chasing, but instead he looks as if he relishes the chance to dig in for his team here.
Hector Bellerin. Partey. Aubameyang. 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 More than happy to take the muscular approach. Mohamed Salah can hoist it clear. Tierney plays a clever pass. And that's been levered clear. Well, that's not going to go down too well with his teammates. And it's William. Shot at goal! And he just whacks it away. Oh, that is lovely footwork. Tierney gets it into the middle. And that is not finding anyone. Robertson. Firmino. Jota. Mohamed Salah. He's brushed off the ball there. Thiago. Jota, who does have an assist to his name. This is promising. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Lovely bit of skill there. Plays it back.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
And it's Thiago. It's a loose ball. And Firmino! It's off target and by quite a way. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Van Dijk. Van Dijk goes looking. Firmino looks to get on the end of this. Partey. Tierney. Aubameyang. Robertson. Van Dijk. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Alexander-Arnold. Forward it goes. It was a move that looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. Luis tries to switch the play. Hector Bellerin. Xhaka goes looking. Oxlade-Chamberlain. And here's Roberto Firmino. And it's Salah. Well read, he sorted that out.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Tierney plays it forward. Cleared without complication. Thiago. Robertson. Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. Looking cross-field, changing the point of attack. Thiago. Jordan Henderson. Deftly done. Up for the header! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Thiago did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up again.
Jordan Henderson. Mohamed Salah. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, really good feet from him. He can get that clear. Liverpool get it back again. Hector Bellerin. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Liverpool always look the more driven side, probably the better side, and nobody is arguing about the results. And after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Of course, we all love to watch the creative side of the game, and goal scorers